Do you hate seeing Bruno Fernandes score his penalties? Do you wish there was a way to wipe that smug look off his face? Well, you're in luck. Operating off my own pure hatred for this guy, I've watched, tracked, and mapped every single one of his penalties in his entire professional career, and I'm here to share exactly what I found and how to stop him. Would you believe me if I told you that not only does he have two different run-ups, a long one and a short one, but within those, he also has two different styles of taking a penalty for each? Yeah, this guy really loves having options. So to understand how he takes his penalties, we have to go back to the start of his penalty-taking career. Here we see a young and bright-eyed Bruno taking his first kick for Udinese. In the moment he steps up, he has an idea. A brain blast. What if, instead of just taking a normal kick, he tries to pause?
Va Fernandes. Soluzione col destro e segna il gol del vantaggio.
Do you see that? That's a hop right there. And it was the start of what would become Bruno's trademark technique. Just ignore the fact that it almost got saved, and that he actually tried to do it again later in the same game, and it did get saved that time. It was the start of something, okay? Just trust me. Like I said, Bruno's most famous technique is his long run and hop, where he jumps right before kicking the ball to bait the keeper to move, and then places it to the other side. He loves this technique. Using it 74% of the time, he lines up far away from the ball. So when you see him take a long stroll away to get ready, you should be prepared to not move a single muscle. Waiting and reacting to his shot is a keeper's best chance at saving one of these. Not only does it force Bruno to take a 50-50 guess if he can't decide where you'll dive, the placement on the penalty is not going to be unreachable a lot of the time. I mean, look at where some of these shots are placed. They can for sure be saved. You could also try tricking him by faking like you're going one way and then jumping to the other direction, but just be careful not to jump off your line by accident or fake too early. Oh, and make sure to actually save it too. Now, obviously, Bruno recognized that keepers will catch on to what he's doing, so before long, he decides to not hop before kicking. And by before long, I mean the literal next penalty he took after he missed against Napoli. This technique starts with the same run-up he would do as if he were to hop, but instead of jumping, Bruno rushes to kick the ball at the end. It's used to trick keepers who are expecting the hop. And when he decides to do this, he loves shooting to the left side, so diving there is the best move. Also, I just wanted to note that when I talk about directions, whether for diving or shooting, I'm referring to them from the point of view of Bruno. So, how can we tell the difference between these two techniques? The secret is in his eyes. When he's about to hop, he'll glance up quickly as he takes the step right before he sets his planted foot. If you don't see his loving gaze, then he's going to shoot normally. Let's fast forward to him at Sporting. He's playing in the group stage of the Europa League against PSV. Now, what do you notice here? Yep, that's his short run-up right there. And in this case, he just runs up normally to kick the ball. Now, to be completely honest, Bruno rarely shoots like this. He's only done it once in the last 4 seasons and about 7 times total in his career. And while he does have a slight preference for shooting to the left side, his last one that he shot went to the right, so I don't know, just guess at that point. The short run-up technique that he does an overwhelming majority of the time now can be seen in the second game against PSV. Instead of using his trademark hop to get the keeper to react early, he goes with a more traditional route of slowing down and glancing up. It's an approach similar to what Harry Kane does, who I covered in my last video if you want to check that out. The slowdown and glance is essentially trying to achieve the same thing as the hop, trying to see where the keeper moves. So the same advice applies. Stand still and wait for him to commit, or try faking him out. But remember how I said that a lot of those shots were reachable if the keeper didn't indicate a direction? This glance acts as a solution. It's giving Bruno a chance to still kick a good penalty without compromising his run-up with a jump. So, what should the keeper do if they successfully stand still? Well, luckily we can see Bruno has a preference for shooting to the left side, something that he's done 2/3 of the time in this scenario. But this once again brings up the problem of how do we tell he's gonna do one technique over the other? The answer is literally the same as with his long run up. Just look for his eyes as he's about to set his foot. Alright, so in summary, he has 4 techniques. Long run up with a hop, long run up with no hop, short run up with a glance, and short run up with no glance. You can tell which one of these techniques he's going to use by seeing if he looks up before kicking the ball. And finally, this is how to stop each one. For the long run and hop, stand still and react to his shot. For long run with no hop, dive to his left. For the short run and glance, stand still to give no indication and dive to his left. For the short run with no glance, dive to his left. Or right, or something, I don't know. I hope that what I've shared today can contribute to Bruno's downfall in some way, but at the very least, I hope you enjoyed hearing me talk about his penalties, and maybe you learned something new. Oh, and if you're interested in looking at the spreadsheet or the penalty charts in more detail, I've put the links to those in the description. In any case, thanks for watching.